Basically, I have made some certain announcements and declaration that there is nothing like unintelligent student. I have categorically proved that there is no dull student anywhere. There is nothing like this student is unintelligent. It does not exist. With my just experience in teaching, I have understood that there is nothing like a lazy student. I am saying it with assurance because I have not seen one. And I am still standing to prove to anyone who will tell me or show me one unintelligent student because I have not seen one. Now, when a student is not performing very well in the class, there are thoughts that made such student not to do very well in the class. These things are based on the way they think. Everything revolves around the thinking in the brain. So students are lazy, they are not unintelligent. And when a student is lazy, they think and learn in a different way, completely different from brilliant students. Now, I am going to show you three different ways that lazy students how they think. Three different ways a lazy student think and reason, and that is why they are not doing very well. Because when you think wrongly, then you act wrongly, and you cannot progress academically. Now, look at number one way how lazy students think. They think that reading their books, when they read their books, they benefit the teacher and then they benefit their parent. These are the mentality of lazy students. When you see them, they are not doing well in the class. Why? Because they think that when they read, they make the teacher happy. And most of them do not actually come closer to teacher. They do not have any business to do with teachers. So, and they will always do everything possibly to make teacher unhappy. So when you tell them to stand up, they will sit down. If you tell them to sit down, they stand up. Because all they think is how they are going to make teacher unhappy in the class. And that is why they cannot focus. Because they think when they do well, the teacher will be happy. And what they want is to make the teacher unhappy. The same applies to their parent. So every little thing the parents do in the house, they will think, oh, don't worry, let me come and read now. Because of this thing you did, or because of this thing you did not buy for me, in fact, I will not read anything again. I will not study my books. So let's see. Why? Because they will always think that they are benefiting their parent. That when they progresses, their parent is going to be happy. When they do well in the class, their parent is going to be happy. So they now use it as a yardstick not to read their books because they don't understand. They will always think that their future progress and their happiness depend on their progress in school. This is one of the main reasons why students do not do well in the class because they think they benefit anyone for doing good in the class. Number two is that they read books not to be brilliant, not to be academic proficient. So they think that the reason why one should read is to pass exams. So they focus on passing exams. So when you focus your studies on passing exams, then your thinking and the retentive memory will be very shallow and not in the what? In the long terms. Because you will just focus, okay, let me pass exam. So you can do anything to pass exam. You can actually copy from others. You can actually cheat. You can actually copy. Or you can even make friends with teachers so they can pass you. So this is the reason why students are not doing any good in the class. They focus on exams. A brilliant student will always know that yes, I am not reading because of exam. I am reading because I want to be an engineer anytime in the future. I want to be this anytime in the future. I want to be that. Even if I want to do business, I cannot progress efficiently without academics, because when you are brilliant, you are going to be successful in every aspect of a human endeavor. So, going to school is not all about securing a professional job. Whatever thing you are doing on earth without academics, you have limit. So, this is how students think. They read to pass exams, and that is why they cannot retain anything in their brain. Their mental capacity is completely very low. Then the last one, they think that knowledge is all about making money. They think that the reason why you read your books is because we want to be a lecturer and make money from it, or you want to be a lawyer and make money from it, or you want to be a doctor and make, and then they will now say, oh, I don't want to be a doctor, I don't want to be a lawyer, I don't want to be an engineer, I'll go into business. So this is their mentality. And then they will think that when they read their books, it benefits them of any sort. So they have a negative impressions about academics. So, and because of that, they cannot read. So when they are thinking like this, so there is no way one can measure up to any level in terms of performing any better in the class or doing any good, because the way they think already negate the reason why they are in the class. So when you are thinking negatively, everything surrounding that thought, surrounding that whatever thing you are doing, is completely deceived. I once asked my student, do you have anything like handwork around where you are living? Let's say barbing salon or hairdressing, or people that do some handwork like repair phones and the computers and all that. Yes, they said sure that they do have that in their house. And then I said, do they have actually people that they normally train, like apprenticeship that they normally train people there? Yeah, they said yes. Then I now ask them, how does those apprenticeship, those people that are learning from those their masters, how do they behave? Do they normally like manipulate or cheat in order to learn what they are doing? They said no. And then I asked them, how do they do? They said they are always very focused and they will always be. In fact, that one of the students actually told me that that one of their neighbor, when he started learning how to repair phones, that he was, even a good phone, he will lose every phone and try to fix them. That they are very much dedicated in what they are doing. Then I asked them, so why do you think that when you now come to education, which is the bedrock of every professional careers, then you now think that you can now cheat, you can now do whatever thing you like, and then you now expect to be a master when you must have graduated? So that is just what I'm saying. So reading and academics in terms of learning is 100% action. So the same thing like handwork. When you do not practice it, you won't know it. When you have an ulterior motive against academics, there is no way you can learn. So that is the main reason why students don't actually do very well in class.